Hello, my name is Mr. Eaglehead. In this video we will be looking at whether you should buy a helicopter or not in GTA Online, but before that, let's get into our sponsors, which is DG Zani. You can get a lot of money and get your rank boosted up for a very cheap price compared to what I saw from others. DG Zani is a professional website, and it's incredibly reliable. Yes, it's reliable, otherwise I won't be showing you the site. You can even get $100 million for the low cost of $81. Make sure to use the coupon code HUMMER to get 5% off. Now, with all that out the way, let's get this video started. Hello, I'm back again. My name is Mr. Eaglehead, I'm your afternoon host. Today we will be talking about an interesting topic, which is helicopters. Today we will explain if you should still use helicopters in Los Santos and Blaine County. We will go over some of the history of helicopters in this game. This shit would also talk about the rise of helicopters in this game and the fucking fall of them. With that out the way, let's hop into our first topic. The first damn attack helicopters was introduced in GTA Online on the release date, which was the Annihilator and Buzzard attack chopper. The Annihilator wasn't in single player, but it was completely revised from GTA 4 to come into GTA Online when it was released. Yes, GTA Online didn't come out at the same time the game originally did. It took an extra month for the online mode to be added. Only you fucking OGs would remember that shit. Both of the helicopters were well known for being really good in the previous game. In GTA Online they lost a lot of their abilities. For example, the Buzzard lost its fast missile fire rate and the Annihilator lost its speed and agility. The Annihilator also lost its damn explosive cannons from GTA TBOGT. In GTA Online the Buzzard attack chopper came with homing missiles and machine guns that were fairly weak. The Buzzard attack chopper is able to carry 4 people. This helicopter was known for being light, agile, and very mobile. This was one of the most used vehicles and it definitely was the most used helicopter. The Annihilator was well known for being the best helicopter dogfighter, while the Buzzard attack chopper was known for being good against ground targets and fucking phenomenal for transportation. Later on the Buzzard machine guns got buffed, which pretty much fucked the Annihilator over and completely phased it out from most pilots and average players in this game. The Buzzard became the goddamn best helicopter in GTA Online by every way. It was the best dogfighter, best transportation vehicle, and it damn sure was the best ground attacking vehicle. The Buzzard was one of the best PvP vehicles and was the best damn helicopter. At the time plenty of players were using the Buzzard, whether it was for PvP or just general transportation across the map, but things changed later on, which leads us into our next damn topic in this video. Helicopters in this game experienced a rapid change on December 18, 2014. This was the date where helicopters became impossible to use like before. This made helicopters become close to useless. What was this? Drum roll please. This is the homing launcher. This made helicopter piloting much harder than ever. This missile was almost impossible to dodge at most angles. The homing launcher missiles may be easy to dodge now, but it was much harder back then. The hitbox on helicopters was right under the propellers. These missiles will nearly make a U-turn and hit your helicopter sometimes. This is similar to what we see the Ruiner 2000 missiles do. This fucking piece of shit completely changed the game for helicopter pilots. Plenty of players went from helicopters to using jets. The funny fact is that Rockstar added the homing launcher to counter fucking jets, but it made more goddamn jet pilots. Later on there were more powerful attack helicopters added, which leads us to our next damn topic. On March 10, 2015 the game was changed a little for helicopter pilots. We received the Heist DLC, which added the well-known Savage attack helicopter and the Valkyrie. Both of these helicopters had tons of firepower. These were the first helicopters in this game to have explosive cannons, while the Savage was also the first vehicle to have unlimited firing missiles. Yes, these helicopters had the firepower, but they just had no fucking armor. Just a few bullets would destroy these helicopters. Not only was the armor bad, but these things are fucking huge, which made it even harder to avoid homing missiles. Just imagine taking the Buzzard and making it double its size with less agility and little to no armor on it. This is what the Savage was. While the Valkyrie had more agility, it still lacks in armor and it is very large. The Savage was still dominated by the homing launcher, while the Valkyrie stood a good fighting chance against homing launchers. A lot of Valkyrie users will have the pilot go in passive mode when someone locks onto them. This was easy since the pilot was able to hover over passive mode the whole time since he doesn't control any weapon. This tactic can be called fucking cheap, but there was no other legit way of countering homing launchers in helicopters. Many players still preferred the Buzzard over the Savage since the Savage was so weak and was a big ass target in the sky. Not many people even bothered using the Valkyrie since most players in this game play solo. Other players just remained using jets since there was no point in using helicopters in this piece of shit game. You may think that helicopters got better after this, but it only got worse, which leads us to our next topic. Helicopters were ruined even more on June 13, 2017. This was the release date of the gun running DLC. This didn't add any new helicopters to the game, but this added the all-new explosive sniper and oppressor. This was another weapon that was meant to counter jets, but it ended up fucking helicopters in the ass even worse. One shot from the explosive sniper can make a helicopter smoke. Eventually your helicopter would die if you get shot by this rifle only just one time. It'll only take up to 3 or 4 shots to completely blow these helicopters up in midair. This was another weapon that was added to take out jets. Yet it didn't do shit to decent jet pilots cause they just have to dive bomb you at a 90-degree angle. This just simply fucked helicopters in the ass even more. Even the Oppressor became extremely hard for helicopters to stand a damn chance against. The Oppressor missiles were slightly better than the homing launcher, plus the Oppressor had no motherfucking cooldown timer in the MC menu. This made the Oppressor more accessible than helicopters. Your only chance was to stay at a high altitude and avoid oppressors. Rockstar must have really fucking hated helicopter pilots, but later on they decided to give us some kind of light, which leads us to our next topic. The Savage received a huge update to its armor. Now it was able to take multiple missiles before blowing up. It used to blow up with one missile. Sadly, none of the older helicopters like the Savage, Buzzard, and Annihilator got countermeasures, but at least they got the damn hitbox lowered. Helicopter pilots finally saw some light on August 29, 2017. This is when the Smuggler Run DLC was added. The FH-1 Hunter was added along with some other helicopters. This DLC also added countermeasures and it lowered the hitbox of every helicopter in the game, which made homing missiles much easier to dodge, especially the homing launcher. The Annihilator and Savage hitbox was lowered a lot more than the other helicopters, which made them even easier to dodge missiles. The Savage and Hunter both had the ability to counter oppressor pussies, while the Hunter didn't have a low hitbox. It still had countermeasures to avoid homing missiles. The FH-1 Hunter was the first vehicle to introduce the missile barrage system. This update made helicopters useful in this game again. Later on, Rockstar added another unique vehicle to the list, which leads us to our next damn topic in this video. Helicopters were changed again on December 12, 2017. The RF-1 Aquila was added, which made it the first stealth helicopter in GTA Online. It was also the first stealth vehicle ever added in the game. This helicopter was incredibly unique due to this reason. There's no other stealth vehicle in this game at the moment. This helicopter will forever be unique till Rockstar adds more similar vehicles. The RF-1 Aquila ended up being one of the only useful helicopters in free mode due to the next horrible thing that happened to helicopters, which leads us to our next topic. Helicopters were once again changed for the worse on July 24, 2018. This was the day when the Oppressor Mark II got added, which led to the FH-1 Hunter being completely useless. Even the RF-1 Aquila couldn't fight it, but it was able to hide off radar from it. The Savage still had a good fighting chance since the hitbox on the Savage was so low, and it was able to dodge homing missiles from the Oppressor Mark II. It didn't dodge them quite easily, but it managed to get the damn job done. Although the Savage put up a good fight, it still didn't last long, which leads us to our next topic in this damn video. On December 10, 2019, Rockstar officially raised the Savage hitbox to the propellers. This made it almost impossible to dodge homing missiles from the Oppressor Mark II. Now you may be thinking, should we still use fucking helicopters in this shitty ass game? Simple answer, don't use them if you are serious about PvP unless you just want to have fun in your PvP battles. Take note, you'll be at a disadvantage with using helicopters in PvP since someone can easily spawn in an Oppressor Mark II. Helicopters are still great for doing missions, transportation, and just doing all kinds of other bullshit outside of PvP. You may be thinking how Rockstar can make helicopters more useful again? It's very simple, all Rockstar got to do is nerf the stupid shitty ass pussy bike. Just nerf the missiles and give it the same missiles seen on the damn thruster. Hit that shitty ass red subscribe button if you haven't yet, and you already know about that damn like button.